Good morning, everybody. That's Fred, our great blue heron. Oh, he's cleaning off his beak. And well, there he goes. And then here's the sunrise. Right there. Gorgeous, huh? That is a beautiful sunrise. Good morning. I'll go back to the sunrise in just a minute. I'm just showing you guys the water really quick. It's called sargassum. It's like seaweed. There is the Navarre Beach Pier, which I'll be walking later on this morning. So stay tuned to see the sea turtles and everything else that we can see. I just wanted to do a live on the beach first. Look at that sunrise, you guys. Oh my gosh. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Let me see if I can get the water. The national seashore. I think Opal Beach starts the national seashore, but Navarre might be included, I'm not sure. This would be the west coast. Northwest Florida would be exact. The panhandle. Let's see if I can zoom up. West of Navarre is the national park area. That's what I thought. I'm right next to the Navarre Beach Pier. You were on Navarre Beach for 10 days last week? Oh, cool. Did you have fun? What a beautiful sunrise. Oh, cool. I can't wait until the sun is actually over the water coming up. Like if you're on the Sound right now, that's like probably the perfect sunrise. And I guess I could have gone to the end of the pier to get a good picture, but hey, bless mama. Yeah, it's been cloudy. This is the first one that's actually, like, there's no clouds in the way. You watched my live for 100 minutes. That's what it says, bless mama. Wow, that's amazing. I'm gonna walk the pier probably around 8 a.m. Central Time. So I just wanted to come to the beach, do this first, and then I was gonna go see if we could see any cool stuff. Yes, I live in the surrounding area. I do salt life content, so if you like that type of stuff, then definitely follow. Have they cleaned what yet, bless mama? The pier, oh, I have no idea. They canceled it, like I said, when I was out there because of the flags. And I think someone had said because there were sharks or something around the pier. I don't have any idea if they actually did it or not yet. You're making an Airbnb cabin with 2 grain bins? Well, that's interesting. The surf is a lot more. What color is the flag? I don't even see a flag. Is it yellow, maybe? I think it's yellow. I'm not exactly sure about the shelling thing because I don't usually shell, but I know that there's a lot of shells underneath the sand. You just kind of have to walk around and, you know, find them that way. It's a lot calmer today. So last time I was here was Monday. It's a lot calmer. There goes, that is the turtle people. They're looking for any new turtle nests. So if you go to my page, Jen, there's a pinned video and it tells you exactly what the flags mean. But short view is basically the double red flag is no swimming. Red flag is extreme caution. Yellow is caution. Green is you're good to go. Purple is dangerous marine life. But there's like a full description on my page, on my TikTok. Yeah, it's a yellow flag. I can't see that far away. No, this is Santa Rosa. Oh yeah, Okaloosa Island, yeah. I think if you go further down, it says Santa Rosa Island on the map. I could be wrong. You guys want to keep looking at the sunrise, or do you want to look at the water? It's been red flags and purple in Panama. Sunrise over the water. Okay, so then I'll point this direction. That's as far as the water goes. Thanks for the follows. Also, just letting you guys know, TikTok does not like me showing people in bathing suits. I know, funny, right? I'm on a beach. So if there are anybody that I see that has a bathing suit, especially like a two-piece on, you're going to be able to see the sand. You'll be pointed to the sand until they pass, because I don't want to get in trouble from TikTok. I know that's goofy, but that's the rules. So this is Navarre Beach, Florida. I mean, the sun is like way over here and the water is like way over here. Let me zoom out a little bit. Good morning. Beautiful sunrise this morning for sure. You're from Miami Beach? Awesome. You were from Destin? Oh, cool. So then you should know where Navarre Beach is. How do you like living in Miami versus Destin? Oh, you were a deputy in Okaloosa. Cool. Do you like Miami better than Destin? I like the fact that the Panhandle has 4 seasons. You know, we actually get cold. I don't know if I could deal with being hot all the time. I was looking at Key West, and the lows I think was like 80 or something like that. 80, and then the high was like 85, something like that. And I was like, I don't think so. You get cold for like 2 weeks. I think the Panhandle is perfect for weather, especially in like springtime frame, like early spring. Absolutely, Milo trucks. I was hoping Friday I'd catch the sunset, but the wind is supposed to be bad again, so stay tuned on that. See if I can go out more. I hate humidity. At least here you get a little bit of the breeze, but yeah, the further you go inland, it's like cutting it with a knife. It is so thick. Good morning, tides. See the beautiful sunset or sunrise? You're in Arkansas. Okay, I've only driven through Arkansas. Never actually stayed there. All right, we're gonna go back to the water. You just arrived to the beach now? Cool. I'm gonna be doing a live here for a little while, and then I'm gonna go to the pier and show everybody hopefully we can see some sea turtles or something. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Thank you for the follows, everybody. St. Petersburg, Florida. Cool. Good morning. Oh, there goes Fred. He's like, he's the king of the beach. So pretty. It's a yellow flag right now, which is better than it's been. It's been double red and then red. Isn't he so pretty? He knows it. I got some really good pictures of two different Freds, Fred and his brother, in front of the sunrise, so I'm going to definitely post those. Siesta Key. Good morning. I don't have any food, Fred. Don't even think about it. Yeah, and if you do, definitely give me an update. He's just like a dinosaur. I have nothing, Fred. No food. I have nothing. Well, he's just chilling. Yeah. He would definitely eat baby turtles for sure. Then Fred and I would not be friends. I'd have to go save the turtles. No, he's saying, fine, you're not going to feed me. I'm going to block your view of the water. The water is about 80 degrees, so it actually feels really good. Is this AI? No, absolutely not. Does this look like AI? This is our of course you're gonna poo on my thing. No, and there he goes. Off he goes. Watch him go to the pier because that's where all the fishermen have the fish. Oh, I'm wrong. Okay. It looks like AI for real. You know what? I get so many people who say that, and maybe it's because of the sand is so white. I don't know. There's the sunrise right there. It's pretty far up there now. I mean, it is really beautiful. So if you've never seen anything like this before, you might think that it's fake. But there's no filter, no nothing on my phone. It's pure beauty. The sand is white. It's like powder. That's why it's called the Emerald Coast, because we have white sand and turquoise water. Sometimes it's a bluish, sometimes it's green, like a greenish color, emerald color. It's beautiful. No, it's okay. Have fun tides. Thank you for the heart me. There's an update where the sun is right now. I love doing this content. This actually heals me from the inside out doing this type of content. No, the seaweed comes and goes. This is just part of the ecosystem here during the summer. Some days it's bad, other days it's not. So I have always liked doing videos of the ocean and videos of like the wildlife and marine life and stuff. So this is not even work. This is just sharing salt therapy, which I love doing. I'll do a quick scan of the beach. It's like it's called Surgasm, and it's actually really good for our beaches because it stops erosion, it gives sand nutrients, it gives the shorebirds food, and it doesn't smell. Sometimes it smells kind of funky, but it's more like an earthy smell when it does smell. But this is Fred. Fred is making another appearance. I see you, bud. He's shaking his head a lot. I hope he doesn't have something in his throat. I love watching people that have never seen the beach before, the ocean, and they like absolutely freak out. I love seeing those people because you're getting to experience their first time ever seeing the water. Yeah, last week was a tough week. The wind was bad. The flags were double red. Right now it's a yellow flag. Good morning. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. It's 1 a.m. for you. They're picking up trash off the beach. I love that. They found fishing wire, whatever it's called, fishing string, whatever, fishing line. That could have gotten all over Fred. Like, look at all the trash. There is no reason to leave your trash on the beach. You guys come to the beach, enjoy yourself, but take your trash with you. Sorry, it is a pet peeve of mine. Well, they do it on the pier too. A lot of the fishermen just leave their fishing line all over it, and there I am picking it up off the pier because I don't want it in the water. It's awful. New York City, awesome. Oops. Your Sanibel. I don't know where Sanibel is. Good morning, Songbird. Awesome, Rhonda. I'll be doing this probably until 8 o'clock Central Time, and then I'm going to get off super quick, and then I'm going to go all the way down to the pier right there, and I'm going to walk the pier and you guys can tag along. Good morning, Granny. Southern Alaska, wow. The reason why I'm doing the beach first is because people usually come out here around 8:30, 9, 10 o'clock. So it gets pretty crowded, so that's why I thought, well, I'll go to the pier, because there's not, I mean, there'll probably be a decent amount of people up there, but I want to do it before it gets too hot. Happy Wednesday. The water is about 80 degrees last time I checked. Is it sunny? Yeah, there's the sun. I hope you have a good day at work. Yep, you gotta take care of the beach, especially when you've got nesting sea turtles. Just in general, you should be taking care of the beach. Navarre Beach, Florida. So I'm east of Pensacola. Trinity, I think you're talking about. No, they did not. You'll be here in a week. Awesome. Yeah, it was a very sad situation. That was a really bad year, though, a really bad summer for people drowning. Like, the whole summer, my kids didn't touch the water. Yes, I'm in the Gulf Coast. Because it wasn't just Trinity, there was several people who drowned. I mean, there's been some shark attacks. There was one in Panama City and one in Fort Pickens. No, this was a little girl. Her name was Trinity. And she was over by Crab Island in that little jetty area. And she got taken out by an undertow. The water was moving, I think they said, at 23 miles an hour, which I guess is as fast as the Mississippi River. And she got taken out at sunset. Yeah, the riptides and stuff were really bad last year. So yeah, my kids didn't go swimming one time. My kids are not good swimmers, so I wasn't going to subject them to danger like that. We went to the splash pad. That's what we did. Yeah, splash pads, you don't have to worry about sharks either. So the year before that, there was a little girl, I think her name was Lulu, got attacked by a shark and some other girl, like literally during the same exact time. So the year before that, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not doing the ocean. So we did splash pad then too, but this year I'm gonna really try to let my kids enjoy the beach. The water's pretty clear. You can't really tell right now because of the sun's angle. But once the sun gets a little bit higher, you'll be able to start seeing the color in the water. Absolutely, Shannon. This is what I do. Salt life content. That's the sun right now. You haven't been here in 3 years? Navarre has grown a lot in the last 3 years. When you retire, this will be your life content, yes. Good morning, neighbor. My husband just retired Air Force, so this is our forever home. Until God says it's time to go home, this is going to be my view. Sorry about the echo. I'm not sure how to fix it. I've been here 4 years. Oh, nice, Shannon. So I started out in Panama City. My husband was stationed at Tyndall Air Force Base. That's how we met each other. And then we got married, and then I traveled all around the country for 20 years, and then his last duty station was here, and he retired, and so that's that. Thank you, bless mama. This is actually not bad sargassum at all. Like, you should have seen it about a week and a half ago. In fact, look at my videos, you'll see how bad it was. You married at Shepherd Air Force Base. Oh, that's cool. Tech school and then marriage of 22 years. That's amazing. You have come every year since 2006. Okay. At about 8 o'clock Central, I'm gonna go walk the pier, so I want to see if we can find some sea turtles or see some dolphins or something. Yeah, it has everything to do with the currents. The currents is what brings in the sargassum. Key West got a lot of sargassum. I love Panama City Beach. If you're close to St. Andrews Park, go there. Also Mexico Beach, which is on the east side of Panama City Beach. Beautiful little beach, and it's not overly populated. There were a lot of people that are not from the USA. When I say salt therapy, they're totally confused in why I say that. But literally, salt therapy just means that it renews your soul. It makes you happy. It puts your mind at ease. That is salt therapy. And they're like, what is salt therapy? You're welcome. You too. I mean, the sargassum's not terribly bad. It's on the beach, but that's typical for this time of year. So Navarre is 2 hours west of Panama City. It's a lot smaller than Panama City as far as the town is a lot smaller. Less people. I say that, but we're getting more and more people.
What time is it?
6:35.
Sorry?
6:35.
Thank you.
No problem. Oh, thank you for cleaning up the beach.
Glad to do it.
Thank you. I do as much as I can, especially with the nesting sea turtles and stuff. Like, they get caught up with the fishing line and stuff. I also do it on the pier because it's awful.
Yeah.
So.
I think the tourists think that somebody's paid to do this.
Right.
But we consider this part of our neighborhood.
Right. So, thank you.
You too.
Yeah, Navarre. So our little sign used to say the best kept secret. Now it says the most relaxing place in Florida because we've gotten so much population, so many people moving in. Your boyfriend is in Navarre on a fishing trip. Sorry, I had to thank the locals for cleaning up the beach. Because when I see people doing that, it makes my heart happy because I do the exact same thing. And it takes a village. You grew up here, Mandy? That's awesome. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. They built some hotels on the Sound too. Yep, they sure did. So it would be right next to the bridge that goes over the Sound to Navarre Beach. They built a hotel right there. I see some little ghost crabs. I don't think I could get any video of them right now. They're too far away. Yeah, I stay away during spring break. Honestly, don't even like being here during summer break. That's why I usually try to get out of here by 10 o'clock because that's usually when a lot of people start getting here. The waves are so much calmer today. Yeah, it seems like us who care, we're always cleaning up trash. The thing that makes me the most maddest is on the pier, because they've got trash cans all along it, yet people are still throwing their stuff all over the ground. I just don't understand it. Good morning, Holly. We watched the sunrise this morning. So yeah. In about an hour, I'm gonna get off live, and then I'm gonna go over to the pier, and then I'm gonna do a live on the pier, so we can see if we can see some dolphins or some sea turtles or something. I think the most trashiest place I ever lived was Camden, South Carolina, which is awful because it is such a beautiful little southern town. But I have never seen so much trash on the sides of the highways and stuff. It was bad. It was really bad. Do I think we'll be hit by a hurricane? I do not know. Last year we were good. I've been here since 2022 and we have not gotten one, so I'm praying for we continue that trend. Yeah, if you're, especially even if you're here on vacation, if you see trash, just pick it up. It helps everybody. It helps the animals. That's the most important thing. I mean, I do it for the animals more than anything. We had 2 sea turtles last year that drowned because they got tied up with fishing line, and obviously got weighed down, so they couldn't go up and down, and they passed away. So I take it really seriously. So usually the rain, it's usually pop-up storms. So like 1 to 2 hours usually in the afternoon, and then it goes away. There was one sea turtle that was rescued. It also had line on them. And this person that owned a jet ski went out and actually got the line off the sea turtle. There's a thing where the turtle people here, they can't do anything unless a fisherman accidentally catches them. Then they can help the sea turtle. They can't actively go out and help the sea turtle, which I think is absolute baloney. Not on their part, but just the rule, I guess, that you can't go help a struggling sea turtle. Because if you look at the sea turtle hospital in Marathon and Key West, you can actively go help a sea turtle if you see it struggling. But here you can't do that. And I even wrote, I was at a commissioner or something, and I was just trying to say, hey, the turtle's in trouble because of the people. so we should be able to go out and help it. I never heard anything back. And I understand the sea turtle conservation, they can't do anything because they get their money yanked. I understand. But I cannot sit and actively watch a sea turtle drown and not do anything about it. So that was a big thing last year. And I even said, I don't understand, because the Sea Turtle Hospital in Marathon can go out. There are people who actually go out and rescue the sea turtles. Normal citizens. And they don't get in trouble for it. So why is it different here? I don't understand. I'll get off my soapbox now, but it's something that really makes me angry. They're fishing. These little, I think these are, see if you see a fish. They're little ospreys. Yeah, you got a fish. But that person that had the jet ski that went and saved that turtle, they're absolute heroes in my book. If I had a jet ski or a boat, I'd be doing the exact same thing. I will take the fine for touching the turtle if it means saving their life. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Kimberly. Melbourne Beach, Florida. Awesome. Good morning, butterfly kisses. Sorry, I got you guys crooked. I gotta get my charger. Hey, Grinch again. I talked with you on Monday. I'm excited for you. This is an hour west of Destin. This is Navarre Beach. At 8 a.m. Central, I'm going to go to the pier and I'm going to walk it. So if you guys want to tag along for that, just letting you know. You're going to be in Pensacola in July. That's awesome. Make sure you go out on Sunday if you're there on Sunday, because the Blue Angels do their beach buzzes on Sundays. Hey, neighbor. Sometimes we get lucky and they come over Navarre too and do their buzz, but most of the time it's in Pensacola. Well, if you come back, blessed mama, now you know. You can also go out to Fort Pickens and you can see them practice out on the weekends. I was out here one of the Sundays and they went through Pace, which is inland, and then they went out to Pensacola. I sat out here for like 4 hours. And then the next weekend, they actually came through Navarre Beach. I was so mad. My friend lives out in Pace and she's like, oh yeah, they went right over my house. And I was like, nice. Because I sat and waited for them for 4 hours and got sunburnt in the process. But that's just kind of one of those things, you know. Sometimes you get lucky. Thanks for the follow and the repost. You were in Navarre Beach 10 years ago. Nice. There's an osprey out there fishing. I've seen dolphins one time along the shoreline. Most of the time when I see dolphins, it's because I'm on the pier. Other people have gotten video of the dolphins being close, but I've never. You'll be down in 6 days. Awesome. At 8 o'clock, I'm going to go walk the pier. So any newcomers, if you want to walk with me on the pier, tune in at 8 o'clock Central Time. Oh, I think he got a fish. I don't see that he's got it. Oh, I think he does. Oops, sorry. The camera will not zoom in on that. Yeah, he got a fish because he's trying to get a hold of it. He's shaking around. You live in Surfside, 3 blocks? Cool. Right now, currently, it's just a yellow flag. Oh, did you guys see the pelican go in the water? That was so cool. He just nosedived. Oh, I don't think he got any fish that time. Let's see if he does it again on camera. There he goes. Oh man, I thought he was gonna dive. I love that. I'm sorry. That never gets old. You're coming July 6th to 10th. Yeah, I'm not too far away from Pensacola. Like 25 minutes. I think pelicans are just amazing, amazing birds. They are my absolute favorite. Yeah, I try to show you, you guys different things, you know what I mean? Like, not just the water, but what's going on around. Like, for example, there's Fred, our great blue heron. He's the star of the show, the king. Yes, I'm talking about you, Mr. Thief. He likes to steal fish from the fishermen. Gorgeous bird he is. I've actually never been on the pier in Destin. So I don't know. I don't go to Destin very often. And if I go to Destin, I'm literally going to one place and one place only. It's like my daughter had a dance recital out there. Only reason why I went, because it's just too populated. So the one that you just saw nosedive was a pelican. The one that just walked by is a blue heron. There was, yeah, there's sharks. Monday we saw, was it Monday that I walked the pier or was it Sunday? It was Sunday. We saw a hammerhead shark. The days are all blended together, especially when I get up at like crack of dawn to get out here before the sun comes up. The only time I go to Destin is during Christmas time, because Destin Commons has Santa Claus and they have the big tree, and sometimes they have like the high school kids will play Christmas music. Like the bands and stuff, the symphonic band and stuff. And then I've gone bowling there because they have a cool bowling alley. It's like ocean themed. And then my daughter has her dance recitals there. That's the only time I go to Destin. So why go to Destin when you have everything right here? You don't have to go to Destin for the beach. We actually go to Pensacola more than like Pensacola we go all the time. But it's usually not to the beach. It's usually doing other things. This is Florida. Good morning, Bobby. Kimberly, have you ever gone to Flounders in Pensacola? By Brura? I don't even know what that is. This is Northwest Florida. So we're on the Gulf side. Yeah, Flounders is a restaurant, and it is an amazing restaurant. So if you ever go back to Pensacola, go to Flounders and sit outside. I've never been to Scooters. This would be Navarre, Florida. Navarre Beach, Florida. Aw, Tides, I'm sorry. The 7 Brew is brand new. They are building them all over this area. There's a brand new one here in Navarre. There was one that was just built in Milton. There was one just built in Pace. There's one that's just built in Gulf Breeze. The what is it? The banana bread coffee. That was probably my favorite until I couldn't drink coffee anymore. I drink that all the time. 7 Brew is like Starbucks, except they make like a specialty coffees. I'll have to look into the Scooters Fish House. We don't eat out very often. TC Front Porch is also delicious. It's one of our favorites. think it's also, 7 Brew is actually cheaper than Starbucks for the amount of coffee that you get. Slim Chickens. Slim Chickens has the best milkshakes. Where is the Slippery Mermaid? This is Navarre Beach, Florida. They have really good hot chocolate too. I think my husband said they actually use chocolate milk and they warm it up and like froth it up. It's really good. Oh, they're across from the Destiny Church. I don't know why I've never seen it. All right, I will definitely mention that to my husband. We got to watch the sunrise this morning. It was gorgeous. There were no clouds at all. So 8 o'clock Central, so in about an hour, I'm gonna go walk the pier. So if you guys want to tag along, then join me at 8 o'clock. I just wanted to do the beach first and then do the pier. What of the sunrise? I got video of Fred right in front of the sunrise. It was so pretty. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to post it. My husband is working mostly remote right now, so I'm able to go to the beach in the mornings, because then he leaves in the afternoon for his meetings and stuff. So that's how I'm able to do what I'm doing right now. That's why I always recommend people to buy in like East Milton or Milton. You get bigger houses and you get more land for a cheaper price. Van life would be interesting. I always feel guilty leaving my children because I'm a stay-at-home mom. And I always feel like I need to be with my kids unless they're in school. But my husband's been really good about saying, no, go do your thing. So this is my thing. No, Leslie, that beach is east of Destin. So it's probably about, what, I think an hour and a half from here. My youngest is 4. He's got a fish. So she's going to be going to pre-K in August. So I'll be able to come out here Monday through Thursday doing beach content, and then Friday will be just her and me day, and then Saturday will be dance class. So I got my own little routine going. My oldest is 15, and he is a typical 15-year-old teenager, if you know what I mean. I've never been to that beach, Leslie, so I can't tell you. Navarre Beach I know is quiet, so mostly quiet. So I have 5 kids. So I have a 15-year-old, an almost 13-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, and then my 4-year-old. So 4 boys and a little girl. Those teenagers, man. They think they know everything. Yes, my little girl, she's the youngest. So when I talk to my son about things, he's like, yeah, but that was back in your time. And I'm like, it's still the same though. I'm not that old. Back in your time. I'm like, really? Okay. I get it. You guys, I just turned 39. I'm not that old. Yeah, mom, or they say mom, times have changed. Yeah. And then my daughter, she's wild. I always thought the boys would be the most, hard to handle, but she is like 10, she's like 10 boys in one. I was like, you're supposed to be the sweet little innocent, like, chill kid, and she's got me growing white hair. Yeah, this is Navarre Beach, Florida. I'll do a little quick pan of the... Yes, I live in the local area. Where is Liverpool? We got a lot of fishermen out here today. Yes, that's what I asked. Where is Liverpool? So in Navarre for breakfast, I always say TC's front porch because they have the best breakfast. Dewey Destin is on the Sound, and it's an okay lunch place. And then if you want a really good dinner, drive out to Pensacola, which is not that far. You can take the National Seashore, and go to Flounders and eat outside for dinner. Your ex is here right now? It's where the Beatles. I listen to the Beatles, but I do not know where they're born or where they're from or whatever. Like, I know they're from the UK, but that's about it. Yes, that is really good food, Callie. My husband loves that food because it's got a little bit of a Cajun kick to it. It's very good seafood. Where is the most affordable town to move? Probably more inland, so not on the coast. So maybe East Milton, Pace. And if you live in the Milton area and the Pace area, you're still not too far from the beach. Freeport wouldn't be a bad idea. Also, I have to tell you, Callie, the owner is amazing. I know the owner. My son used to play soccer with his son, and they're really nice people. So I saw that on the weather app that the wind is supposed to start actually getting bad again. I think it said 10 to 20 miles an hour, so you might have some red flags again. We're going to Fort Walton Beach. Definitely stop by Navarre because, I mean, Fort Walton and Navarre, they're neighboring, so. There's also Opal Beach, which is literally the next beach over towards the west. That's really nice too. I've never gone live in Opal Beach because I don't know what my signal would do. There are some people who find some nice shells. I've never found any nice shells through here, but to be honest, I really don't dig for them either, so. Me too. July is not a bad time to go. Yeah, Steve, it's completely different now, isn't it? I've only lived here 4 years, but just in the 4 years I've seen a big difference in people and the population and all the buildings going up. It has everything to do with the sun not being at the right angle. The sun gets higher, you'll start seeing better water clarity. I'm happy, Kimberly. That makes me happy. We were military family. My husband is newly retired. How often do I see sharks? I mean, I've only seen sharks a couple times when I've been on the pier. Look, there's Fred. Hey, Amber. Supposed to rain all week. Any rainy day activities for adults? He's on a mission. There's the Navy Base Museum that's in Pensacola. You can do that during the day. That's pretty cool. There's a bowling alley in Destin. That's pretty neat. Obviously a lot of shopping in Destin you can do. But usually when it says it's going to rain, it's usually like a pop-up storm by like, I don't know, 12:12 p.m. and then it goes away. It usually is not a washout. Yeah, the pier opens up at 5 in the morning. I'm going to be heading that direction at around 8 o'clock because I'm hoping that that'll be the best time to see any like marine life. That is where my husband was stationed, Steve. Oh, for the museum. It's open now currently. So the hurricanes, I don't know. It's a random thing. It really is. Was it last year? Last year or the year before, we got a lot of like tropical storms, that type of thing. But we were lucky because they ended up going towards the Big Bend in Florida, or they went towards Louisiana. It's all luck and how the wind is taking it. Usually, if we're getting a lot of threats, and stateside is when they close anything on the base. Tron's buffs. I think that you need to earn your the people who follow you by doing lives and doing good content, and not go to other people's content and beg for people to follow you. It's not a good look. We've had tropical storms that I've experienced, but I've only been living here in Navarre for 4 years, and then I lived in Panama City for 6 years, and I was lucky then we never had a hurricane. We had tropical storms. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. We had a hurricane in South Carolina while I was there. I just can't remember what hurricane it was. We actually had to, we actually left and went up to Kentucky. I can't remember which one it was. You're gonna move from Ohio? Yeah, it's just a risk. It's kind of something that we know that might happen, and have some good insurance. Also, try to find where you're moving and don't move into a floodplain. You're from Russia? Because there's a lot of areas in Navarre that flood. That is very smart, Amber. I don't speak Russian. Mom of 5 boys. That's awesome. Well, then I'm your girl. That's what I do. Yes, we're gonna stay in Navarre. I met my husband in Panama City because he was stationed at Tyndall, and I said, please bring me back to the Emerald Coast. And 20 years later, he brought me back to the Emerald Coast. which I have to give it to his leadership. His leadership knew that we wanted to retire on basically, you know, on the Emerald Coast. And so they basically did what they could to send him to Herbert, and that's how we got here. They were awesome leadership is all I can say. Hey, Kayla. No, I was never military. I was just a wife. In fact, when I moved to Panama City, it's actually really highly populated with military. And I literally said to myself, I'm not going to date anyone military. And then I end up marrying one. So don't ever say never. You're moving to Panama City. I think you're going to enjoy Panama City. I love Panama City. Lynn Haven is where I lived. Well, actually I lived many places. I lived in Lynn Haven when I started out in my apartment. And then I moved to Highland Park, which is in Panama City. Yeah, so go to Mexico Beach, Kayla, when you get there. It's beautiful and there's not a lot of people. They're building toucans that got destroyed by the hurricane. And that place, it was amazing to eat at. I'm sure it's going to be amazing when they build it. Oh, cool. My husband and I got married in Panama City. He's got a fish. Also, St. Andrews, I'm sure you visited that state park. It's beautiful. You're from Florida, Timothy? Awesome. Yeah, just a small amount of sarcasm. It's not much. It was bad about 2 weeks ago. It was like, my God, it was bad. My husband fished from the bridge by Tyndall Air Force Base. Let's see. I think that's the only place he fished. Oh, we fished at Cricket Island, which I think is only military access. Mexico Beach, we fished there a couple times. They dump waste in the Manatee River? No, I didn't know that. Well, that's awful. Amber, I'm not sure. I know that actually here, they do have like a pad where you would be able to roll a wheelchair. They also have the boardwalk in not Panama City. They have the boardwalk in Pensacola. You could see the Sound. Then they got the piers in Panama City and here in Pensacola. I have letters from my grandpa. He was there during World War II, I believe, World War II. and everything is written like he was writing letters to my grandma. And I thought I had it bad. He didn't see my grandma for like, I think it was like over a year. So at least I got to see my husband on Skype. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. I remember when there was the oil spill in Panama City and all the, it wasn't in Panama City, but the oil came down to Panama City and all the pelicans were getting oil all over them. Can you set up traps for shade? Like those little things that blow in the wind? Yes. I actually signed up to volunteer to help clean the pelicans and the birds and everything that were getting stuck in the oil because it was bad. That was back in what? I think it was like 2007. Yeah, it was a bit ago, but I just remember seeing the pictures and videos. It was awful. So in about 20 minutes, I'm going to end the live and I'm going to go over to the pier and we're going to walk the pier together, see if we can see any sea turtles or dolphins or sharks. Because I want to do that before it gets too hot. I got a bunch of sea turtle videos on my TikTok, Timothy, if you want to look at them. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Hi from Romania. Good morning. Romance a good country. I figured. You gotta look at the sand for a minute. Sorry, TikTok doesn't like me showing people in bathing suits. Yes, I saw that right off the Navy base. There's like actual video circulating social media. It's awful. There's also someone got bit by a shark in Fort Pickens. Yeah, it gets pretty hot. That's why I'm gonna do the pier early. Because when you're up on that pier, it is hot. But I couldn't go earlier because I didn't think we would see anything yet, so. Oh, hi neighbor. Yeah, those sharks are circling. It's like a Jimmy Buffett song. I like Panama City better than Navarre. So basically, because they've got the Mexico Beach, they've got Crooked Island. Both places don't get a lot of spring breakers. They have the St. Andrews Park, which I think is amazing. Pier Park, which is amazing. I don't know, but I also chose to live there, so maybe that's different. Navarre, we were technically stationed here. I do like living in Navarre because we are close to the Blue Angels. I love the Blue Angels. Destin is okay as far as like Destin Commons, but I don't know. I personally, my heart will always be in Panama City. Yep, it's close to Georgia. People live in Alabama and cross the state line to work here too. Another perk of living in Navarre versus Panama City is that we have Pensacola and they have decent hospitals. I can't say the same thing for the hospitals in Panama City, because we're really close to Alabama in Navarre. I know someone who works at the Pineland Nursery, which is in Milton. They live in Alabama, but they come to the nursery to work. Right, Amber. They just built a new hospital in PCB. I had my son at, what is it, Gulf Coast Hospital, I think is what I think they renamed it though. And they did an awful job. I actually almost died with my firstborn. This is Navarre Beach. So we're 2 hours west of PCB. Currently it is a single yellow flag. I'm sorry about your mom. Thank you for the gifts. "75 years old, that's young." Yeah, Mike. It was actually a really nice sunrise. No clouds, beautiful sun. Even got some pictures of Fred. It was beautiful. Good morning. In about 15 minutes, I'm going to get off live and I'm going to go to the pier and we're going to walk the pier. You can go to the pier with me, Timothy. Just wait until I go back live again and you can watch. I'm letting my phone charge before I do all that because I don't want to have to carry a charger in my hand while trying to film the pier. I always get afraid that I'm going to drop my phone in the water, so I would cry if I dropped my phone in the water, because there goes all my cool videos that I've got on my phone that I haven't uploaded. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Orange Beach. Is that in Alabama? Bye, blessed mama. Have a good day at work. First week of September. Cool. Oh, there's Fred. Yep, that's Fred. That's a bird, yep. It's a blue heron. We call him Fred. The local area does anyway. I'll be there next week. Awesome. Yep, this is Florida. Navarre Beach, Florida. He hangs around the fishermen so he can steal their bait. Yeah, the sarcasm is not bad. Fred is right there. Like, I think he's trying to hook his bait, and Fred is just waiting. He's begging like a dog. Hello, little bit. Ooh, fruit trees. In about 8 minutes, I'm going to end the live and I'm going to walk over to the pier and I'm going to do a live on the pier. So if you guys want to see what's going on over there, then give me a follow or wait until around, I would say around 8:10, and I should be live and you'll be able to see maybe some sea turtles. We'll never know. Oh yeah, I'm blessed. I love living here. No, I'm Eastern time. I mean, not Eastern. I'm Central time. So here it's 7:52. I'm in Navarre Beach, Florida. Because I have to go get in my car and drive over there. Plus, I need to get my phone charged a little bit. I don't need people knowing what kind of car I drive. There's some weirdos out there. I want to charge my phone enough so that I'm not having to carry my charger everywhere, because the charger is heavy. Would you, Steve? Well, they might break in your house, but they'll get a surprise, won't they? Happy Wednesday. Yes, there will definitely be seaweed in July. Again, it's part of the currents that come through the Gulf, and it comes and goes throughout the summer. If you absolutely do not want seaweed, come in the winter, because we don't really have it much. I think, if at all, I don't think I've ever seen seaweed in the winter. Including a wild dog. No, the water is definitely on the colder side in December. I think October would probably be the latest that you would be wanting to swim in the water. Yeah, we had snow actually 2 years in a row. I saw the Keys had, they had some pretty bad seaweed also. Oh, here comes Fred. No, his name is Fred, not Craig. Hey, bud. Bye, buddy. I live in the area, yes. Okay, 3 minutes. I'm going to end the live, so if you want to follow at around 8:10 or so Central Time. I'm going to go live on the pier, so hopefully we can see some sharks or some sea turtles. Yeah, I have pictures of him flying. Oh, they're upset about the seaweed in Miami. It's actually really good for the beach. It stops erosion. It helps with with the shorebirds. It gives nutrients to the sand. Then you should move back, Steve. Fort Lauderdale, I believe, is South Florida. I'm up in the Panhandle. Sargassum isn't bad here. I mean, it's definitely here. I'll show you the beach. It was pretty bad 2 weeks ago, and then, you know, the water kind of took it back out again. There's some over here. Yeah, it's part of the ecosystem. It's actually good for us to have it. Now, if it's like crazy bad, like 5 feet of it, yeah, that would be pretty bad. But otherwise, it's good for the environment. Okay, if you want to follow. I'm going to go over to the pier, and we're going to do a live on the pier. You can walk with me, and I can show you some stuff on there. Maybe we'll see a sea turtle. Maybe we'll see some dolphins. Who knows? I will be on around probably 8:10, 8:15 Central Time. So look out for the notification of me going live. I'll walk over to the water really quick. Hold on. So you guys can get a close-up view. You're too zoomed up. No problem, Paul. That's as close as you've ever got to the ocean. You could never go wrong moving to Florida. All right. Look for me in, like, I don't know, 15 minutes. and I will go live on the pier and we'll see if we can see any marine life.